the solar system and also the source of heating energy for the planets. This is considered the most important energy source for life on Earth. The Sun is evaluated as a relatively gentle and stable star in the universe. But sometimes it erupts with powerful outbursts, significantly affecting humans. Especially satellites, radio communications, and electronic devices. Recently, on July 3, 2021, the Sun had another intense outburst. Rated as the strongest in the past 4 years. This outburst caused the loss of shortwave radio signals over the Atlantic Ocean area, significantly affecting communications on Earth. Let's explore the answer in today. Enjoy watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to Odyssey channel and turn on notifications to always. Now, let's explore together. For a long time, scientists have known that the Sun frequently experiences large explosions on its surface. They are also called solar flares. Typically, this event occurs for a short time, lasting only a few minutes. But the material in this area is heated to millions of degrees Celsius, releasing a huge amount of energy. It is estimated that average flares can release energy equivalent to 1 billion megatons of TNT explosive. They are often found near sunspots. Through decades of observing and researching the Sun, scientists have classified many different types of explosions on its surface. Among them, the largest explosions are designated as Class 10. These are explosions that have very large impacts on Earth. They can cause prolonged radiation storms in the upper atmosphere, leading to widespread radio signal loss. Next are medium-sized explosions. They are classified as Class M. These explosions can cause short-term radio wave interference. They can also create small radiation bursts. Next are Class C explosions, which do not cause serious consequences to Earth. Finally, there are Class B and N explosions. These are the weakest explosions classified on the Sun's surface. According to this classification, each level is 10 times stronger than the next level. Recently, on July 3, 2021, the Sun experienced its strongest eruption since 2017. This outburst was recorded by the U.S. Space Weather Prediction Center. Accordingly, the eruption originated from a sunspot named AR2838. A video from NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory shows the flare erupted from the upper right of the star. The event occurred at 14:29 Greenwich Mean Time, which is 21:29 on July 3 according to Hanoi time. Notably, this intense outburst was at X-class level, the strongest and most dangerous level in the classification. The X-rays from the outburst traveled at the speed of light. After about more than 8 minutes, it reached Earth's atmosphere and contacted the uppermost atmospheric layer. As a result, they caused radio signal loss for several minutes over the Atlantic Ocean and coastal areas. As mentioned, X-class solar flares are among the strongest eruptions on the Sun. When directed straight at Earth, these outbursts can be dangerous for astronauts and satellites in space, as well as cause interference with power grids on Earth. Fortunately, the recent outburst was located on the right side of the Sun, so it's less likely to be followed by a coronal mass ejection directed straight at Earth. Astronomer and space weather expert Dr. Tony Phillips said, "The sunspot that produced the X1.59 flare appeared suddenly, demonstrating the unpredictable nature of solar activity. This flare has little risk of being followed by a coronal mass ejection, abbreviated as CME. Solar storms include various forms, such as solar flares and coronal mass ejections CME. Solar flares are powerful radiation explosions that emit photons toward Earth. CME is the eruption of hot charged plasma, often occurring alongside solar flares. Particles from CME take several days to reach Earth, causing disruptions to radio and electronic systems. This time, sunspot AR2838 is located at the Sun's edge, so the CME is less likely to head directly toward Earth. However, according to Mr. Phillips, more powerful eruptions may occur in the coming months. As we know, the Sun has an approximately 11-year activity cycle. This cycle includes a maximum phase with an increase in eruptions, creating solar storms that release radiation into space. They have varying degrees of impact on Earth. In each cycle, typically in the early period, eruptions occur more intensely, and then gradually weaken toward the end of the cycle. Since the solar cycle was first marked in 1755, the Sun has now experienced 24 recorded cycles. S announcement, the Sun. And will last about 11 years. The recently recorded eruption is the first X-class flare emitted from the Sun in a new cycle. Previously, on November 29, 2020, scientists recorded a fairly strong solar flare. It was recorded at M4.4 intensity, classified as moderate. At that time, satellites recorded the explosion occurring at 13:11 on November 29, 2020. The explosion also caused short-term radio signal loss over the South Atlantic Ocean. Scientists believe that, in reality, this explosion was likely much stronger than the measured M4.4. But because the flare erupted in an area behind the Sun, it was not directed straight at Earth. Therefore, the intensity measured by satellites was only at M4.4. At that time, many scientists believed that if the explosion had occurred on the side facing Earth, its intensity could have reached X-class, the highest level of eruptions. It seems both eruptions that initiated cycle 25 were quite fortunate for Earth. For example, they occurred at X and M levels, but fortunately, they were not in the area facing Earth. Thus, the impact was not too significant, only causing short-term radio signal loss for a few minutes. However, in the past, solar eruptions have not always been so fortunate. Many have caused satellite communication disruptions, damaged spacecraft imaging equipment, widespread power outages, and serious impacts on Earth. Here are some of the worst solar storms in the last 20 years. First, the Bastille Day event. Exactly on Bastille Day, July 14, 2000, an X5 flare erupted on the Sun's surface. This event short-circuited some satellites and temporarily disrupted radio waves. This was the Sun's strongest eruption from 1989 to 2000. Second, the Halloween storm crisis. On October 28, 2003, the Sun had a major eruption. It created a very strong geomagnetic storm, so strong that sensors on space observation ships were disrupted. Reportedly, this storm reached X45 level, a terrifying intensity, causing severe consequences for Earth. Third, the Christmas 2006 eruption. During Christmas 2006, a solar flare of X9 level occurred. It disrupted communication between ground satellites, causing GPS signal loss for 10 minutes. At that time, the imaging equipment on the GOES 13 satellite was also severely damaged while taking pictures of the Sun. Those were intense eruptions from the Sun that caused significant consequences. No one wants Earth to experience such solar storms. However, it is a natural law, the law of the Sun. The initiation of the new cycle with the X1.59 eruption on July 3 signals that strong eruptions may occur in the near future. Hopefully, during the Sun's 25th cycle, we will not face too many strong eruptions so that humanity can avoid serious consequences. So today, Todd 2V and you have explored the X1.59 level eruption that just occurred on the Sun on July 3, 2021. Enjoy the video, everyone. Now, please choose a video on the left or right side of the screen to explore more fascinating mysteries of the universe together. See you in the upcoming videos. Goodbye and see you.